What actor will you always associate with that one role no matter how many others they do? The guy who always plays a guy named Hector. Frankie Muniz as Malcolm Wilkerson. McLovin. Kelsey Grammer, Frasier Crane. Leonard Nimoy as Spock. James Gandolfini/Tony Soprano. Alfonso Ribeiro as Carlton Banks from The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Matthew Gray Kubler as Spencer Reed. Ron Swanson. I know his name is Nick Offerman, but he'll always be Ron Swanson. Brent Spiner will always be Data. He did have a great part in Independence Day though. Jason Alexander as George Costanza. Charlie Day as Charlie Kelly. Seeing him in Pacific Rim is always a trip. Aaron Paul as Jesse Pinkman. Jack Gleason as Joffrey Baratheon. Every Chuck Palahniuk book I will ever read will forever be narrated by Edward Norton in my head. What is the worst thing to do after having sex? Pull out your phone and start watching porn. My friend used to use his auto start before he came so his truck was nice and warm for him. Vomit. Call your wife. Ask them if they can break 100. Roll over and say don't be here when I wake up. I finished quick so you could make the next bus. Here's a schedule. Be at the curb there in 10 minutes. Wipe your dick on the drapes. Tell her that she needs to get tested for an STD. Ask, what's your name, again. Dated a guy and the first time we had sex he called his mom 2 minutes after to tell her he met his future wife, and then made me talk to her. Make your girlfriend sleep on the floor because, quote, I'm used to having my whole bed to myself. My partner thanked me. Being the awkward fuck I am, I gave her 2 affirming pats on the shoulder. I get shit for that moment of social godhood to this day. Start a land war in Asia. Call your parents on speakerphone less than 1 minute after finishing. My ex did that, and I still dated him for years. I roll. Serious, what is something that is considered socially unacceptable, however honestly shouldn't be? Dying. Tell folks you're dying and they'll find ways to pretend that you're not. It's weird. In my country, especially on the island I am from, it is considered an offense by most people when you refuse the drink they offer you. It doesn't matter if you have to drive, and it's obviously illegal to drink and drive, or already feel drunk and don't want to drink anymore. This shouldn't be a thing. People should respect others when they wish to stay sober. Me and my husband have found a way around it though. We always carry a pack of medicine and whenever someone tries to pressure us into drinking we show it and say sorry, I am on medication for my tooth and it shouldn't be mixed with alcohol. That seems to do the trick. It's a good excuse if any of you people need to avoid drinking, that's why I am sharing it, sorry if it's off topic. Calling customers out on poor behavior. Telling someone you don't want to go or do something without making up an excuse. We all sometimes just don't feel like it. That is okay. Edit, whoa, glad so many of you can relate. And of course, thank you everyone for the awards. Being honest about your intentions while dating. Rest. Saying I'm not going to do that because I need to rest, at least in the US rest is seen as laziness and honestly it's sacred. Saying how you actually feel. Treating work like just work. I like my work and get along great with my colleagues, at work. But I just don't want to go out for drinks afterwards, have team events, Christmas parties, and whatever. Work. Get paid. Have life outside of work with other people. To be clear, I don't want to cancel social events at work. I just want them becoming very explicitly optional, with no weird looks for not attending. Going to movies/concerts/sporting events/restaurants/etc. alone. You should be able to go out and enjoy things without needing friends/someone else to be there with you. Being quiet and reserved in a social situation. Being happy for someone getting a divorce. If they are getting a divorce, it's probably been needed for a long time. Men talking to kids. Men playing with kids, especially if they're already playing with their kid. Dads doing things with their children doesn't always have to be about giving mom a break. Obviously I know why it's frowned upon and I get why people get so creeped out by it all, but it still sucks. Once when I was in my late teens I was pushing my baby sister on a swing and some other kid wanted me to push him, so I picked him up and put him in the swing and started pushing. The woman with him I guess finally noticed and got super pissed. The other time I was in the mall and some little Hispanic boy was scared crying and no one stopped to see what's up. I watched for a bit to see if anyone was gonna go to him, no one did. So I, 61 big white guy, go talk to him to find out he's lost. I took him to sit on the bench nearby and called security. Man, in the 2 to 3 minutes it took for security to arrive, I got so many weird/dirty looks. Discussing salaries/finances. Such a ridiculous taboo. If people knew how little or how much their peers make, employers would have a much tougher time lowballing salaries or offering poverty-level wages. It, theoretically, eliminate the whole keeping up with the Jonas mentality, as well. If you're not trying to one-up everyone, it would be less likely to live beyond your means. Speaking about therapy. I have casually stated I have a therapy appointment at times and people have responded by looking at me incredulously, asking why, saying I appear totally fine and insisting I shouldn't go or don't need it. Why can't people just go, oh, good for you? Being honest about your day. If someone asks how's it going and I don't lie and say like crap, they will look at me like I have two heads.